Hello, Cryptonauts, and welcome back to another episode of Cryptocurrency Chat. I am your host, Blockchain John, here to give you the newest updates for episode 449. Let's see what's going on in crypto. We're going to start off the news with This Week in Crypto Twitter. Okay, this one's written by Tim Haki, provided by decrypt.co. Let's see what's going on here for the week. Crypto prices barely moved this week in the context of 2022. That doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad week, just slow. Most weeks this year have brought losses to those who have followed prices keenly. There is no surprise on New Year's Day. Bitcoin posted an intraday low of $46,000. Yesterday, it bottomed out to closer to $19,000. In other words, if 2021 was Bitcoin's great bull run, then 2022 has been more of a bear run. Investors are feeling more cautious than last year for a number of reasons, but three big factors have been the collapse of Terra back in May, which has profound knock-on effects on the liquidity of several big crypto businesses, enhanced scrutiny from regulators worldwide, and generally cautious global economy. On Monday, Kim Kardashian was $1.26 million after failing to disclose that she was paid $250,000 to publish an Instagram post shilling a token called Ethereum Max. United States Security and Exchange Commission Chair Gary Gensler posted a video on Twitter warning his 250,000 followers not to buy into crypto purely because of celebrity endorsements. And there's that tweet. Gensler explained that day that Kardashian ran afoul of SEC regulations as the hashtag she used to alert her followers that the promo was paid for did not clarify the amount she was paid and the nature of it. The securities regulator chief has long implied that the only cryptocurrency he believes doesn't fall under his jurisdiction is Bitcoin. As crypto becomes more popular, so does crypto crime. ROK Capital researcher Crypto McKenna warned people on Monday about crypto crimes in Bogota during conference season. On Tuesday, crypto gumshoe ZocXBT posted a new mega thread showing the results of his investigations into a Twitter hack early this year in which a lot of crypto was stolen. Crypto artist Beeple, whose Twitter account was compromised to execute the scam, rewarded sleuthing by rendering him an exclusive bit of art. Zach appeared humbled in his reply. That same day, Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong showed a new documentary movie about the exchange's recent history. And you can check that out. It's called Coin. There's a trailer out. For the second week in a row, Terraform Labs CEO Do Kwon downplayed the rumors that he's been siphoning funds from Terra's ecosystem. Here's that tweet there. I don't get motivated behind spreading these falsehood muscle flexing, but to what end? Once again, I don't even use Qcoin or OKX. Had no time to trade. No funds have been frozen. I don't know whose funds they've frozen, but good for them. Hope they use it for good. Crypto reporter Asa Hicken on Thursday posted a thread summarizing the findings of a recent article of his, concluding that the extent of downsizing going on at online crypto exchange Crypto.com is much higher than commonly thought. In addition to a massive headcount reduction first reported by Decrypt in August, the company has also drastically pared down its marketing and sponsorship deals. Last Friday, bankrupt crypto lender Celsius inexplicably leaked thousands of customer names and transactions in a 14,500 page court filing. The compromising documents have since been taken down, though no explanation for its leak has been given. Many were rightfully concerned by such a massive leak. Yeah, I checked it out. It's crazy. It is crazy. DeFi developer OX Fubar even went as far as to warn that the leak may be prelude to reveal violence. Here's a tweet from Fubar. Celsius published a 14,000-page document detailing every user's full name, linked to timestamp and amount of each deposit, withdrawal, liquidation. This horrific breach of privacy will lead to many robbed and killed. Anything not probably cryptographically private will become public. Yeah, pretty much. There it is. Solana co-founder and Anatoly Yankovenko thinks Solana could conceivably become an Ethereum Layer 2 if the NFT party migrates onto the network. Bitcoin maxi David Marcus, who formerly presided over PayPal, vented his issue with his former company's draconian new rules. He tweets, "They ended up catching the eye of Tesla chief and former PayPal CEO Elon Musk." Here we go. David Marcus tweets, "It's hard for me to openly criticize a company I used to love and give so much to, but PayPal's new AUP goes against everything I believe in. A private company now gets to decide to take your money if you say something they disagree with. Insanity." Elon Musk replies, "Agreed." CNBC Mad Money host Jim Cramer boasted about his crypto trading skills on Friday. Here's the tweet. "As far as crypto, same. I bought a farm with my Bitcoin winnings, all announced, and I bought a boat with Ethereum, all announced. Everything disclosed. I want you to bet against me. You do not. You do not do this for 2 years and lose money every year." The boat. There's a picture of a boat. Funny. Okay, so Jim Cramer's been always around pretty much in the crypto space, but he's never actually been on the news recently until now. I've been doing this for years, and I think this is the first time I'm ever reading about him. We have an article later on to talk about him. Yeah, let's see what's going to happen. Several people made fun of him. There's that boat, the farm. All right, that's it. That's it for This Week in Crypto. Let's go to This Week in Coins. Written by Key, provided by decrypt.co. Considering the carnage in U.S. stocks on Friday, perhaps crypto investors should feel lucky to escape this week with Bitcoin and Ethereum basically flat. It was the second consecutive week of flat crypto prices. Bitcoin rose just over 1.2% over the past 7 days, while Ethereum inched up 0.3% according to CoinMarketCap. Bitcoin in particular had a volatile week. On Monday, research by Kaiko found that the correlation Bitcoin and gold has reached a 12-month high, and investors are fleeing both. Not even a short-lived and bullish October Twitter meme could keep the price of the world's favorite cryptocurrency buoyed above $20,000. Bitcoin currently trades at around $19,500. Ethereum also failed to find a new support level and turned along the $1,300 price range all week. It currently trades for $1,328. U.S. markets dipped on Friday after the publication of the U.S. Labor Department's September's job report. Although job growth slowed over the last month, the U.S. added 263,000 new jobs and the unemployment rate ticked down. Many took it as a sign that the Federal Reserve will continue cautiously tightening the nation's purse strings. The Fed announced interest rate hikes of 0.75% 3 times so far this year. Beyond Bitcoin and Ethereum, the rest of the crypto markets were also fairly flat. No leading cryptocurrency fell more into either the red or the green this week, except Ripple's XRP, which is up 10% on the buzz about Ripple's inexorable legal battle with the SEC. Got it. On Monday, Kim Kardashian was fined $1.26 million after failing to disclose that she was paid $250,000 to publish an Instagram post shilling a token called Ethereum Max. The news predictably captures the interest of broad mainstream media that normally doesn't touch crypto. SEC Chair Gary Gensler said on Monday Kardashian ran afoul of the SEC regulations as the hashtag she used to alert her followers that the promo was paid for did not claim the amount she was paid, the nature of it. Gensler has long implied that the only crypto he believes doesn't fall under the securities regulators' purview is Bitcoin. On Tuesday, the Financial Oversight Council released a 124-page report on digital assets in response to President Joe Biden's crypto executive order back in March. The report says that digital assets may pose a risk, but don't to U.S. financial stability of the industry, where to scale and integrate without appropriate regulation. Finally, after 2 years of wrangling, European legislators agreed on the wording of landmark crypto legislation that could have paved a way for Europe-wide regulatory approach. The full text of the markets in crypto assets regulation was approved at a meeting of EU ambassadors on Wednesday, according to a letter from committee chair Edita Herda. Celsius is in hot water. The ongoing case of Celsius is one of the biggest bankruptcies in the industry's ongoing liquidity crisis. Celsius was one of the several companies that became insolvent after Tower's collapse back in May when the ecosystem's dollar-pegged UST stablecoin lost its peg. On Monday, the Financial Times reported that in May, Celsius's former CEO, Alex Mashinsky, who resigned last month, allegedly withdrew $10 million in crypto for his own account weeks before the lender filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. The same day, a timeline for the auction of Celsius's assets was made public in a filing from the U.S. Bankruptcy Court from the Southern District of New York. A deadline for bidding in October 17th, and if necessary, an auction will be held on October 20th, 2022. No bidders have been confirmed yet, but it was widely reported that in late September that Sam Bankman-Fried, CEO of FTX, was considering it. On Tuesday, Celsius co-founder Dan Leon resigned from his role as Chief Strategy Officer after more than 5 years with the company. Celsius's hectic week wrapped up on Friday when the company inexplicably leaked thousands of customers' names and transactions in a 14,500-page court filing. The compromising documents have since been taken down, though no explanation for its leaks have been given. All right. Moving on to the next news. This one's written by Jason Nelson, once again from Decrypt.co. Binance Smart Chain halted over potential exploit, $100 million taken off chain. Transactions on the Binance blockchain, also known as BNB chain, and Binance Smart Chain were halted today after a potential exploit in the network was detected through a spike in irregular activity. The initial announcement was posted on Twitter by BNB chain at 9:19 p.m. EDT, saying there would be a temporary pause on the BSC network by 9:35 p.m. EDT. However, the network pause turned into a halt. All systems are now contained, and we are immediately investigating the potential vulnerability, the group tweeted. We know the community will assist and help freeze any transfers. According to blockchain security firm Slowmist, the exploit allowed cyber criminals to get away with over $570 million in digital assets, including Ethereum, Polygon, BNB Chain, Avalanche, Phantom, Arbitrum, and Optimism. Oh, wow. That's okay. Here it is. Here's a screenshot of all the what the hacker tried to get away with. Interesting. Wow. Okay, the attacker is spewing funds across liquidity pools, utilizing every bridge they can get to safer chains. Blockchain developer OX Fubar tweeted, adding that there was a complete chaos on the chain. This hack had the potential to be either the first or the second biggest hack of all time. OX Fubar told Decrypt via direct message, though the impact will be significantly less given to the mitigation efforts undertaken by the community. The ultimate total value involved in the hack has yet to be determined and currently varies based on how to account for the value of frozen versus transferred tokens. BNB Chain assured the community that all funds are safe. The BNB tokens were not pre-existing tokens stolen from wallets, but instead wholly created by the attacker. According to Samsung, a researcher at Paradigm, the hacker somehow convinced the Binance bridge to send out 1 million BNB tokens. When it worked, the hacker used the same exploit to have another 1 million BNB tokens sent to an address they controlled. And actually, there it is. There's a screenshot of everything going down. Okay. There's the BNB bridge exploiter contract. Okay. And BSC cross chain. There's 1 million there. Okay. Yeah. It's all there. Yep. 10:20 p.m. EDT. BNB chain said that $7 million in assets had been frozen before it could be transferred, but acknowledged that between $70 million and $80 million was from the Binance Smart Chain. The group acknowledged the efforts of the Binance community and security personnel, and separately thanked a number of node providers for the quick and decisive actions. Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao later posted an update pointing to a thread on Reddit where the company provided more technical details and saying that the current impact estimate is around $100 million USD equivalent. Another exploit, cross-chain bridge BSC token hub, resulted in extra BNB, Zhao explained. This hack is similar to the recent and Harmony Horizon Bridge exploits, 0x Fubar tells Decrypt. Ronin was a key exploit. The Harmony Bridge was broken cryptography. The exact methodology differs but a bit, but the same general principles of broken cryptographic verifications. Broken proof verification lets hackers forge arbitrary messages, he explained. Cool. Moving on to the next one. This one is Kate Irwin. Solana co-founder says long-term fix to network outages is in the works. Solana co-founder Anatoly Yankovenko knows that Solana's outages concerns its users, but a solution for the network could be on the horizon. This has been the biggest challenge for us and the number one priority, Yankovenko told Decrypt on a recent episode of the GM podcast. The young proof of history, proof stake hybrid blockchain has had 5 major outages since its launch in 2020. One of those 3 have occurred this year, which even one of the results of either bugs in Solana's code or the networks becoming overwhelmed by artificial traffic from bots. Yankovenko believes FireDancer, a second Solana announced back in August, will be a long-term fix because it will have its separate software development team. Web3 firms Jump Crypto is developing FireDancer in partnership with Foundation. Jump Crypto's FireDancer will scale Solana, allowing it to handle more transactions in the next 1 to 2 years. Because it's a separate team, the probability of them having in the code as ours becomes virtually zero, Yankovenko said. The current issues with Solana can largely be chalked up to human error, said the co-founder. This is still software written by humans, Yankovenko said, arguing that Solana is pretty complex. It's a monolithic chain, so it's like Ethereum, but it does everything all at once. The co-founder cited that the most recent outage, which an incorrectly configured validator confused the Solana network and made it as to work was the correct one, causing the network to stall. But at no point do failures like these put any user funds or program stake at risk, because Solana has 2,000 different validators, Yankovenko said. Because it has over 2,000 validators and approximately 3,400 different because of the network, there are plenty of backups to choose from should a critical failure occur. As long as one of these copies survives, you can effectively recover the whole network, Yankovenko said. The co-founder noted that in addition to Solana's 5 outages, there have also been times where the network saw such high traffic that it became unusable. That's a problem that is not unique to Solana. Ethereum, the leading blockchain for DeFi and NFTs, has notoriously suffered from congestion over the years. In 2017, the network crashed under the weight of CryptoKitties NFTs, for example, and more recently, congestion brought Ethereum to a crawl back in April during Yuga Labs' $561 million other side NFT launch. All right, moving on to the next news. This one's written by Andrei Gonsky, once again from decrypt.co. India will soon test e-currency. What? Is that going to be it? Okay, let's check it out. The Reserve Bank of India has proposed a phased version of the central bank digital currency, according to a paper released by the agency Friday. And what published as a note, India's central bank outlined its vision for a digital version of the rupee, referred to as e-rupee. It also explained its rationale for implementing a CBDC, or central bank digital currency, and how it would be tested in distinct phases. Central banks across the globe are showing an increased interest in CBDCs as an alternative to paper money. In countries from Australia to the US, the RBI paper cited China and 16 other countries that are currently piloting their own version of a CBDC as a reason for moving forward with one now. Currently, we are at the forefront of a watershed movement in the evolution of currency that will decisively change the very nature of money and its functions. The paper states CBDCs are being seen as a promising invention and as the next step. Pilot launches with the intent of implementing it as an additional form of currency issued alongside money. Interesting. Something that Jake was actually mentioning the U.S. is going to do. So yeah, maybe he's right. Yeah. The paper states the e-rupee will also serve as an alternative to cryptocurrencies. unfettered use of crypto is a and macroeconomic stability of India, the central bank said, which diminishes the government's ability to determine and regulate monetary policy, furthering the need for a CBDC. CBDCs will provide the public with the benefits of virtual currencies while ensuring the consumer's protection by avoiding and damaging social and economic consequences of private virtual currencies, the RBI said. The central bank is considering the release of two versions of a CBDC that will be used by people for making retail payments and would be used for the settlement transfers between wholesale transactions. A CBDC could make repayment robust and trustworthy, according to the RBI. RBI recognizes it to be desirable for small transactions as anonymous as using cash. Instead, providing privacy would be the potential anonymous digital currency to facilitate a shadow economy. Illegal transactions make it highly unlikely that any CBDC would be designed to fully match levels of anonymity and privacy currently available with physical cash. The Indian government first announced its launch a CBDC in February to deliver a substantial boost to the country's economy. India is likely of China's CBDC steadily expanding, prompted debate among the U.S. about whether the supremacy of the dollar as the world currency is at stake. In June, Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell will eventually receive guidance from the U.S. Central Bank on issuing a CBDC. The Fed into the prospect of the digital dollar since 2017. I think it's something we explore as a country. It's a very important potential financial that will affect all. Absolutely, it will. Okay, moving on to next news. Actually, last news of the day, and like Jim Cramer. I think this is the first time I've ever had a Cramer news article on the podcast. After all these years, he's finally on. He's like more or less on the skirts of the crypto sphere. Like he's always just back that yapping, but never been on one of the news articles. He's on the podcast. Has to say by Sander Lutz once again. .co. Jim Cramer says he bought it for profits and dares you to bet again. CM Jim Cramer prodded his myriad online non-believers on Friday with a challenge to bet against him. He dares to crypto Twitter that he has to Bitcoin and Ethereum a farm and the spoils. Well, I'll get some water here. And quacks doubters of his crypto market and go all in on their Cramer position. Soon those may be able to do precisely that. Here's a tweet from Jim Cramer. So same, I got a farm with my Bitcoin when all announced and a boat with Ethereum announced. Everything disclosed against me. You do not sit and lose money every year. According to Valiant earlier this week, it has applied to launch exchange the Inverse Cramer ETF and the Long Cramer ETF, putting investors' funds towards the set of whatever the outspokenly advised on its program, Mad Money Twitter account. That is the funds an actively managed exchange traded fund that seeks to achieve its investment objective, engaging in transactions designed to perform the opposite of the return of the television personality Jim Cramer. The SEC filing reads, under normal circumstances, at least 80% of the funds invested is invested in the inverse of securities mentioned by Cramer. The history of the relationship between Cramer and crypto Twitter is long and storied. Once an ardent crypto bull who stated it was almost irresponsible not to buy Bitcoin, Cramer had a 180-degree change of heart once crypto markets crashed earlier this year. On Twitter, apparent patterns of Cramer's financial advice backfiring perfectly led to the emergence of a parody account titled Inverse Cramer ETF, which would gloat whenever Cramer's prognostications turned out to be precisely incorrect. That's hilarious. As Cramer developed increasing skepticism over crypto assets as in the aftermath of May's crypto crash, the television host began accumulating in ironic crypto following on which with users jokingly or maybe not posting that so long as Cramer continued to bash crypto, there was hope for the market. Here's a tweet from Algod. Officially doubled the inverse Jim Cramer account. For those who are not aware, I started the account with 50,000. Honestly, mind blowing how wrong one man can be. Look at that. He's already made. Oh, geez. He's up 32%. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Cramer's statement today may have been some form of acknowledgement on the lack of difference his financial advice is now generally granted online, and potentially of his awareness of the prospective batch of publicly traded anti-Cramer financial products. As one Twitter user posted through what inception level event would transpire if Cramer ever turned bullish on the inverse Cramer. So here's what Genevieve tweeted. What happens if Jim Cramer recommends the inverse Jim Cramer's ETF? That's hilarious. Oh man. Okay, actually that was pretty funny. You know, I was actually expecting that to be a horrendous news article, but that's actually really funny. That's actually a good way to end the podcast. So there's our 6 articles for today for episode number 449. All right, Cryptonauts. If you want to check out our merch shop, which I did pick up one of these shirts, the Diamond Hands, people loved it. People are always asking, hey, what's a C3? I said, hey, it's C3 Media. Check out our podcast, Cryptocurrency Chat, on YouTube, on Anchor, Spotify, anywhere you can get your podcast hands on. Okay? Yeah, pretty cool. I like it. Love it. Okay? Now, next one, our coin tree. If you guys want to connect with us, we are in Discord. Obviously, YouTube, Twitter, Odyssey. Get on Odyssey, all right? Twitch, Spotify, Anchor. We do have a Patreon, tip and link, a link tree, and a bunch of referral links there. Or if you just want to donate directly to us via crypto, we do accept Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, Raven, assets if you have assets, BAT, Litecoin, Flux, Monero, USDC, GUSD, and other coins. So, crypto nuts. With that said, we are done for the day. And until next time, wait, hold on. Do I have anything? Oh, no, actually, I do have something. Excuse me. We did spend the week over at Jake and I. We spent was a Wednesday and Thursday over at the Blockchain Expo there in Santa Clara. It was an interesting meetup. We do have a lot of photos up on the Blockchain John account over at Twitter. Check that out. Actually, it's C3 Media. It should be C3 Media account. So check that out. Let's see what else. And then on Saturday, I went to a tech meetup. So check that out. There's a lot of stuff on the Twitter account as well. So yeah, Twitter. Go to Twitter. Twitter's right. Tick, 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 tick. Where's that? Twitter right there. Tweet. So with that said, Cryptonauts. That should be it. I don't think there's anything else coming up other than actually we do have a Ravencoin meetup. I'm building up the Ravencoin Global Awards. That's gonna be coming up here in a couple of weeks on the 29th of October. I'm building that up, getting a team together to make that a reality. So if you like Ravencoin, definitely follow C3 Media and Blockchain John on Twitter to get some updates, or just join us on Fridays in the metaverse. All right. Ravencoin Global Awards 2022 hashtag. All right, Cryptonauts. Until next time, stack sats and hodl. Adios.